So hi guys, we are here today with the Pradip Shimpi. So today we are going to take one quick round of interview of Pradip. So I might help this interview also help you out. So try keep learning, keep going. If you like our content, do like and subscribe our YouTube channel as well. Okay. So yes, Pradip, we can start with your interview. So Pradip, can you go me through your introduction?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for this interview, sir, and for giving me
Yeah.
this opportunity to present myself. My name is Pradip Kantala Shimpi. I am proper from the Jalgaon and currently living in the Pune. I
Okay.
have 1 year and 5 months of experience. I was working at
Okay.
a product-based startup company which is located in Bangalore. I have 1.5 year of experience, and
Okay.
I was working as a manual QA engineer in the Pings, which is
Mm-hmm.
a personalized fashion brand, and also provide the custom-made tailoring services to the people located in the Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Chennai. Uh,
Okay.
as a QA engineer, I have worked on the multiple admin as well as the end user customer facing websites, iOS application and Android application.
Mm-hmm.
And also I have completed a software testing certification course. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So which type of certification you have done?
I have completed manual testing and automation testing certification.
Okay. Okay. Understand perfectly fine. So Pradeep, can you tell me as a QA engineer, how was your day start in your company?
Okay, as a QA engineer, first of all, I log in the system. I check the emails. If there is any
Mm-hmm.
important email, I should have to respond to the respective stakeholder. Then
Mm-hmm.
there is a stand-up meeting which starts at in the morning, which is generally researched by the general manager and all the team members. I was part of the tech team, so all the team members were present, used to present in the meet, and everyone gives update regarding whatever they have done yesterday and whatever they're
Mm-hmm.
planning to do. And then after, I used to connect with the developers, product manager, if there is any pending task or anything, and
Okay.
upcoming task. Then if there is a build for the testing, I get the build. I perform the testing. I write the bugs in
Mm-hmm.
the Jira tool. If there is an,
Okay.
then I generally used to write test cases or anything testing related activities. I should have to
Okay.
perform every day. And
Okay.
after that, there is an evening meeting, and I should
Mm-hmm.
tell the I should give update the product manager regarding what I have accomplished today, and then
Okay.
submit the log. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So, Pradeep, one question to you. In your company, which type of process you are following?
Yeah, we generally follow agile, but not perfect
Okay.
picture agile, but some elements were taken from the agile,
Okay.
not
So,
perfect picture.
okay. And what type of project management tool you are using?
We use a Jira tool for the project manager.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. For project management, you are using Jira tool. Okay.
Jira
So,
tool.
one simple question to you is what is difference between story and the task, subtask? Hello, Pradeep. Hello. Hello.
You are not audible,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Is now my voice is audible?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So I am asking you okay, what is difference between story and the task?
Uh, User story like a functionality or the requirement,
No.
and
I'm just asking about what is difference between user story and the normal task or subtask, what we can say.
in the Jira.
Yes, in Jira.
Yeah. In the Jira story is the feature we are undergoing or we are
Okay.
going to develop, and short description and details of the uh, that feature and task,
Okay.
what we are currently working on. It is related.
Okay. Okay. Right. So what we can say as a story is nothing but exact requirements which we are going to planning or developing or testing in current
Mhm.
sprint, which we are taking. That is nothing but it all comes under the story, right? Under that story, we have n number of different subtasks. In that subtask is
Mhm.
nothing but we usually used to divide one big user story into n number of small parts, and that particular task is assigned to the particular developer and the testers, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So Pradeep, one my simple question to you, like, let's suppose you are giving means you have given a new application for testing. So how you
Yes.
are, what is your approach as a QA engineer? What is your approach to test this particular fresh application? Can you tell me that?
Yes. First of all, if the first of all, I'll make sure that all the test cases and the are written before the testing the application. Before that, I
Mm-hmm.
should requirement and understanding the requirement, reading the Figma documents if there is any Figma design document. And whenever
Okay.
I receive the bill, I should first go for the basics smoke testing of the build, just to check that build is whether testable or not. And
Okay.
after that, I will go for unit testing of the application,
Okay.
and I will check every functionality in detail. It's so it is stable or not. If there is any bug, I
Okay.
will log in the system. And once the unit testing is done, I'll go for the integration testing, and then after system testing. And
Okay.
also, if there's any bug, I will be logging in the Jira tool, and
Mm-hmm.
I will report to the developer. And if the developer fix the bugs, then I will retest
Okay.
the bugs, and I will make sure that every feature is thorough tested. I will
True.
go for the
Okay.
regression testing, and
Mm-hmm.
I will means product manager will release the a feature in the or the application in the production, and after that
Mm-hmm.
I will do all the smoke testing again on the production server. I'll make sure everything working as per the requirements.
Okay, okay, perfectly fine, perfectly fine. So, Pradeep, can you tell me, like, whether unit testing is done by testers or the developers?
Unit testing basically it is done by the developer at the time of
Okay,
so when the code is they have coded the application, but the
okay,
QA
okay,
should also do unit testing uh,
okay.
each and every
So
module.
basically you are telling that the developers is doing the unit testing for the same, right?
Yes, yes. But
Yeah.
in the real time, what happened? The developer
Okay.
team did not test
Uh-huh.
the. At least, they should not test it thoroughly, but should just do the
Uh-huh.
normal testing, 1 or 2
Okay.
minutes, and then they should send the builds.
Okay, okay, perfectly fine. So can you tell me, as like a developer, as like a developer is doing the unit testing for the same. Let's assume one scenario. You have one developer which you have assigned for the work, or in your
Mhm.
team you have one developer for the same, right? But your developer has done the unit testing just for the sake of the name or the process which we have to
Mhm.
follow, right? If
Mhm.
your developer, you have told him once, twice, thrice, ki Baba, do unit
Mhm.
testing neatly. But
Mhm.
still your developer is not doing unit testing neatly, and number of what we can say the basic hygiene check is also not done properly. So as a
Mhm.
QA engineer, what is your approach regarding this scenario? Can you tell me?
Yes, yes, this is common, commonly happen in every organization.
Okay.
In organization, to product manager used to request the developer to at least do some testing so that QA there won't be any problem for the QA while the testing. Normally, what happens if the
Okay.
QA gets a bill and you can find any blocker bug, then
Okay.
QA reports, and there is lots more time is wasted. The blocker bug is reported, and QA get the
Mm-hmm.
build. So in order to avoid that delay, developer should do unit testing, and happening frequently. Then QA and developer should first they should connect, and they should communicate with each other that this is happening, and if
Mm-hmm.
issue is not resolved, we should go for the we should connect with the product manager, because product manager
Okay.
is the main person
Yeah,
handling
yeah.
all. And then after means a product manager and manager can decide the means
Okay.
the resolution.
Okay. 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 Understand. Perfectly. Perfectly fine. So, as you have told, you have been working in the Jira, right? So, what is the difference between sprint and the product backlog? Can you tell me?
Sprint is a when the sprint is like a 15 days sprint or 2 weeks, 3 weeks sprint in which we take one functionality and we test,
Mm-hmm.
we build that functionality and we
Mm-hmm.
release. It's like a main part of the agile where it's based on the iterative and incremental approach. And
Mm-hmm.
the sprint and the product manager is like a product manager decide we have 1 to 10 requirements. So what is the priority of the requirements? If the priority is high, then we should uh, take that requirement first, and we should that requirement we take in the sprint. So sprint is a like a time frame in which we have to build and test the requirement.
Okay. 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 Perfectly fine. And what about product backlog?
Product product backlog is like a priority wise arrangement of the requirements. It is done
Okay.
by the
Okay.
product manager.
Okay,
Uh,
so basically product backlog is nothing but it contains the requirement about whole module which are going to be developed, what we can say. And sprint backlog is nothing but which is derived from the product backlog, but it usually used to come and divided into, means product backlog divided into small parts. That is nothing but it's called as the sprint backlog. Okay,
right.
understand. So let's assume you have one scenario. You have tested. Let's assume you have been working on one mobile application, right? One mobile application. You have tested your mobile application thoroughly, right? You have
Right.
tested it. You have deployed it on the, what we can say, on your production servers. Your
Mm,
application is working perfectly fine
right.
on Android device. But
Mm,
let's assume many of the user has iOS device, Apple device, what we can say, right? So let's assume your application not working perfectly on iOS device. So as a QA engineer, what is your approach to test this? Or how? Let's suppose I am using Apple device, right? I am
mm,
facing one issue, right?
mm, mm,
Let's assume I am facing some silver screen issue on
mm.
the application. Okay, so as a QA engineer, what is your approach regarding this scenario? Can you tell me?
Yes, yes. This is for the iOS application, right?
Yeah, yes, yes, iOS device.
It's a general application and
Yes.
not for the website, right?
No,
For
no,
the
no.
website,
What?
I'll give you both the for the website. We
Hmm.
generally inspect.
No, I'm asking about only application.
Okay.
Application you have tested, it
Mm-hmm.
is working perfectly on Android, but having some problems on iOS. So as a
Mm-hmm.
QA engineer, what is your approach regarding this? Can you tell me?
We can take the help of the virtual device in this case. This is my
Okay.
personal, uh, we have one application which is perfectly fine on the Android. And in the virtual device, like suppose we are using Lambda test. So in the virtual device, we can select the iOS application. We can select the version, whatever version iOS has, and we
Yeah,
take.
it's fine. It's fine. But this comes this comes when you are testing it thoroughly from the scratch. Then that lambda test and all specific things will come, right? But you have you have not tested your application on iOS. Then how, as a QA engineer, how you can handle this situation? You have not tested on iOS device.
Yeah,
So
in the
as a
virtual
QA,
device, we can test on the iOS.
yeah, but after deployment you will test on lambda test. Is it like that? So
Before deployment also we can test, and after deployment also we can test.
okay.
Based the QA, it's my personal opinion. The QA company should provide QA one iOS device so that you can test it
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the both.
But
My company provided me iOS device, so I used to
okay.
test it on the iOS device as well and the Android device as well.
Okay, okay. So as like you are testing on the different devices. So what is the name of that testing? Can you tell me?
It is a compatibility testing.
Okay, compatibility testing best. And as the question to my means answer to my question is like, okay, when you have missed what we can say the iOS testing or the compatibility testing. So first I will reach out the ideal scenario to
Hmm,
for answer for this ideal scenario. First of all, I will reach to my product manager. I'll first check the requirements whether in requirement there is iOS testing is required or not.
hmm,
First thing. Second thing, if there is the requirement in requirement, the client has perfectly mentioned no, you have to test on the different multiple devices
hmm,
of different multiple devices. What we can say multiple devices, then at that time lambda test or it will come. It also depends on the BA, what exact data, how many users are using
hmm,
the iOS device on what like that is one of the another part. But second thing, so if we as a QA engineer, if we missed that functionality, right, or functionality to test on iOS device, so it's our fault. So next time, then yeah, you can discuss this with your team lead and all,
hmm,
but such big escalation won't happen at the level what we can say, right? But the things you have to first go through your requirements, then you have to check it. The basic thing, key
hmm,
like whenever at the start of the sprint, as a part of the test plan, what we can say, it has to be mentioned on which devices you have to check
hmm, hmm.
and what type of testing you have to conclude for the same, right? So can you tell me what is version control compatibility testing? What is version control compatibility testing? Can you tell me?
Version control is like a centralized repository where we test all the test cases, and reports are stored in the reports, and builds are also stored in the control version tool.
Mm-hmm.
And the second part of the question, I have no idea about that. I just have.
Okay.
Uh,
So version control compatibility means, let's suppose you have one your application to test in the Google Chrome, right?
hmm,
So you have to test it on different. Let's assume the Google Chrome current version is running on somewhat 400, right? So you have to test below two versions,
hmm,
right?
hmm, hmm,
It's 398, 397,
hmm,
below two,
hmm.
and what we can say. So you have to install that APK of Google Chrome on your system, and then you have to check it whether my application sustains or not. If it sustains, then it's good. So
Okay.
that is nothing but we can call as version control compatibility testing,
Yeah.
right? So so can you tell me, let's suppose, let's assume as a QA engineer, you are doing testing, right?
Hmm,
There are multiple web services are running on or APIs which is running on below background, as you know,
hmm,
right?
hmm,
Let's assume there is one logging page is there,
hmm,
right? It has two text box, one submit button. Two text box, one submit button.
right.
You have put your username and password, and now you are trying to hit that login button. But currently, what's happened? If you click on that login button, nothing is working, or it is showing some validation error.
Hmm.
If your developer asks you to share the what we can say to share the curl request of that failed API, so how can you share that curl means how
Hmm.
you can share that failed API call request? Can you tell me?
Uh, uh, I don't have any experience on it, but generally QA should click on the that element and go to inspect element, go to console, and check the logs if the ESTP request if the related to 400 any 400
Okay,
server is cache euro, and in the application
okay,
in the from the console QA has to take screenshot or report it to developer.
okay. Your 60% answer is accurate. You know the answer, but still you are saying I don't know.
And
Try, be confident, be confident. See, you have told 70% right, 60 to 70, what we can say. From that, if you get in network tab, you will get that
I get.
request which is running,
Mm,
right?
mm,
You have to just copy it and copy curl as bash, what we can say,
mm, mm.
right? So after that, you will get the curl request of that particular failed, what we can say, failed request, right? So can you tell me what is production issue, Pradip?
Production issue is which is coming in the when the software is thorough tested by the QA and it is released, and
Mm-hmm.
now in the production it is found by the user or while testing the production. It is production issue. If I'm
Oh,
not
what the production issue? Can you repeat again?
the bugs or defects should found in the production server.
Defect found in production server. It's
Yes.
called as production issue. Yeah, perfect, perfect. So can you tell me? Let's assume you have one scenario to test an online education platform. So, as a
Mhm.
QA engineer, what is your approach and how you can test this functionality? Can you tell me?
Can you repeat the
Testing.
question?
So, my question is, let's assume you are testing the online education platform,
Mhm.
like any online education platform. So, as a QA engineer, what is your approach and how you can test this? Can you explain me? So as a QA engineer, if you get any online education platform to test, so
Mhm.
as a QA, how you can test it? What different types of scenario you test it? Can you tell me? What is your approach regarding this? Can you explain me? Like,
Uh, it's I don't have a perfect picture answer for this, but I will generally go through the requirements and like that. It's a thorough testing.
yeah, you can give a try. Have you understand question first? You tell me, or else I can repeat the question.
I understood the approach part. I didn't understood.
Means approach. See, if you get if you get any online education platform,
Hmm,
right,
hmm,
for testing, as a QA engineer, what is your approach? How see, back of the mind, when you will start a testing,
hmm,
there should be something is going on in your mind, right? So
hmm,
how you can test it? What is the first step? What is second step? Just I want to know that procedure. Yeah,
hmm.
that requirements and all,
Yes.
it's
Okay,
fine.
okay. Yeah.
Up to Agile, it's fine. But as a psychological point of view, I am asking this.
Hmm,
As a QA engineer,
hmm,
how you can proceed? Let's suppose you have purchased one new mobile, right?
hmm,
So as a new mobile, as a new consumer to this mobile, right? So you are curious about things, na? You have to learn new features, how you can go, you can explore. So just my question is, as you get the online education platform for testing, so as a QA, as a user, what is your perspective? What is your thinking or psychology? What we can say for the testing point of view? Now you have understand my question. I
yes.
have told. Yeah. So can you answer me?
Can I
As per
take,
your knowledge, you can.
can
Yeah,
I
yeah, as
take,
per your knowledge. What?
can I take an e-commerce website example for this? I have one.
No, I have given you education. What we can say that online education platform. You can give your best answer
Yeah.
as per your knowledge.
Like
I.
as an end
Mhm.
user, when I visit the education edutech platform,
Okay.
I will generally means I check the all the menus and the modules present in the
Mm-hmm.
website, and I will click on the if the lecture is there, I will click on the lecture. I will make sure that the audio and the sound is working, and
Mm-hmm.
the buttons, if there is any buttons, they are working. If the quiz are all the buttons and the things are working, uh,
Okay.
and then I can remember only this.
Okay. So whenever you visit any education, online education platform, right?
Hmm.
First, you will go through the course and the content which is present, whether all the courses and the content is available or not, whether for that course and content you have particular assignments allocated or not,
Hmm.
whether there is any review section is there or not, or is there is any comment section or not, you will check that one, right? So whenever a online education platform is also nothing but we can take it is also acting as a e-commerce website, right?
Yes.
Right. So as e-commerce website, you have what we can say a checkout or the add to cart option. So whether if you click, let's suppose you have to purchase any Selenium course, right? So if
Yeah.
you go on that, you will try
Yes.
to
Of
check
course, present.
whether that course is added in add to cart or not. You will check the payment gateway in the payment gateway as well. Then there will be n number of big scenarios are there. There might be the case if you like test whether the debit card, credit card, UPI or UPI or Bhim UPI or you have now UPI as well some options like Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, right? So as a QA engineer, this will be the proper and ideal approach to test online education platform. What you can say? You have given accurate answer as per your knowledge, but
Yes.
it can be same and the fine. Okay. So so let's assume as a QA, you have raised one bug to the developer,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
But that developer is your best friend. But that developer is your best friend,
Hmm.
and still you have raised a bug, and your best friend is like in what we can say in a debate mode, right? So
Hmm.
how you can convince your best friend overcome developer? No, this is a valid bug, and you have to take it and you have to resolve it.
Yes, yes. Uh,
Yeah.
so when I report to the bug, first of all, I should be given proper details of the bugs and the
Mm-hmm.
steps and the screenshot and all the details, so that my developer fellow developer should understand the what actually defect is. And
Mm-hmm.
if developer is not accepting that it is working on the local and it's not working there and is not ready to fix the bug, then we should
Mm-hmm.
get in touch with the uh, we should connect with, as a QA, should we connect with the developer and
Mm-hmm.
we talk to each other and get the issue resolved. If the issue is not being resolved and it is getting delayed, then the product manager should interfere and product manager clear the requirements to the QA and developer. If anyone might be having a misinterpretation of the requirements, so product manager should clear the requirements so
Mm-hmm.
that, and
Okay.
whether bug is valid or not, or whether it is according to not, it is up to the product manager, and we should fix it or not. It is up to the product manager, and
Okay.
that's it. And a developer should fix the bug if the product manager agree with the QA.
Okay, okay. So ideally, you can explain the things to the developer, like, boss, this functionality which I am testing.
Mm.
So you will schedule a one meeting, or you are if you present on the same floor, or you are working with same office, same location. So you can explain them one on one. If still not he is not remembering, you can raise this question in a Scrum meeting. What we can say.
Meeting in
Uh,
the
right,
so
right. So.
best way to avoid this is to capture a screen recording of the bug and present in the. I
Okay.
generally like to if there is a bug and I should I capture the screen recording and I attach it to the Jira issue.
Mm-hmm.
The developer
Okay.
can see this the recording. Uh,
Okay, okay,
so they will get to know is this happening really or not.
okay. Pradip, can you tell me what is a variable in Java? What is variable?
Variable is a memory location where the value is stored. What kind of data type uh, is
Okay,
like integer a is equal to 5. Integer is a data type. A is a variable and it is holding a 5 as a value. So variable is a name memory location. The value is stored in the variable.
okay. So variable is nothing but is used to store a piece of memory into it. Okay. So what are the different types of data types are available in Java? Can you tell me?
uh, 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 Primitive data type and non-primitive data type. Primitive data type are
Okay,
generally numeric data types, integer, character, boolean, float,
okay,
short, long, and the non-primitive data type array and string.
okay, okay. So you have 10. So what is the size of the int? Can you tell me?
Integer has a 4 byte size.
Okay.
Yeah.
And float and double.
Yeah, float has a 4 byte and double has a 8 byte memory location. Character has
Is
8
okay. Bytes or bits?
bytes.
So why not bits? Can you explain me?
Uh, 8 bit is equal to 1 byte.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. ठीक, done. Okay. So, okay. So can you tell me one question? Why we are using the automation testing? Why there is a need of automation testing? If the manual tester does all the work, right? So then why there is a need of automation testing? Can you explain me that?
Yeah, automation testing comes into picture when we want to repeat the testing when there is a repetition of the testing. Let's suppose we have
Okay.
application and every application is like stable, and we are adding new feature, and then again the QA has to go to regression testing and check the all test. So
Okay.
in order to avoid repetition and again testing, the best way to is to test the application. Let's say in the e-commerce application, let's go till the order placement, if the functionality is stable, then we can automate that functionality using Selenium, and so
Okay.
that next time when we are releasing, so we can just automate, we can run the test script, and we can ensure that everything
Mm-hmm.
is working. So in order
Okay.
to when the feature is stable, and in order to save the time for the manual testing, we go for automation
Mm-hmm.
testing.
Okay. Does automation testing finds a bug?
Generally, in my view, automation testing is work done on the function feature which are already tested manually and which are stable in nature. If there is a code in
Okay.
the, if there is any code changes, and
Mm-hmm.
then we have to make changes in the test script as well. So basically, the
Okay.
features are stable, and pretty much that in this case,
Okay.
we go for
So
automation testing.
okay. So in simple words, automation testing comes into picture at the time of regression only, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So one last question to you, Pradeep. Like, what is the diamond ambiguity problem in Java? Can you explain in core Java?
Diamond and no, I'm not aware of this. Yes.
Diamond am diamond ambiguity problem. It occurs in inheritance mainly.
No, I'm not
Any
aware.
idea?
No, sir.
Okay. So any idea about what we can say? So basically, for diamond ambiguity problem, mostly occurs in inheritance. What we can say in mostly in if I'm not wrong, in multi-level inheritance. So
Hmm.
I'm this we can say for the same, right? So so basically, it comes into picture when we can say when there is superclass calls and the subclass what we can say for the same,
Hmm.
right? So at that time, diamond ambiguity problem may occur. That answer we can put into description as well for the rest of the people's what we can say. Okay. So one last question: which inheritance is best, single level or multi-level inheritance, or what is difference between single level and multi-level inheritance? Any you have any idea what is difference between single level and multi-level inheritance?
Yes, in the inheritance, it is based
Uh-huh.
on the child and parent relationship, and
Okay.
a single level inheritance in which
Okay. What?
the parent class reference and child
Okay. Okay.
child class reference and child class object.
Mm-hmm.
Through child class, we can access the all the properties of the parent class, and in the multi-level, and so we the parent class, child class is child class extend parent class, and parent class is also extended by the some of the another child class.
Okay.
So in my view, the multi-level inheritance is good.
Okay. Okay. Multi-level is good. Okay. Done. Perfect. So I'm done with your interview. Any questions for me, Pradeep?
No, sir. I would like to know the feedback.
Uh,
Yes.
Feedback. Okay. So first of all, your calmness is good. What we can say, you have not fumble. You have fumble at some point, right? If you don't know any question, you have tell me straightforward. Please, sir, I don't know about this. That is one of the good point. But one normal suggestion to you is like, if anyone asks you the question, try to give means explanation is good, explanation is properly good, but try to give one closed loop answer. What we can say, see, if you give a chance to the interviewer as like key, if you try to explain the things, so interviewer will go. If you use in simple words, then it's fine. If you use some another technical words, then it's problematic for you, right?
Hmm.
So as a candidate, what you supposed to do, it's your responsibility to drive your interview,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
In which direction you want to go, right? If you know that word, if you are fine, then as a smart candidate, what you can use that word purposefully, so that a interviewer can go in that direction. basically in the flow, and it is a normal tendency of the human being, right?
Hmm.
So this suggestion is not only for you, the
Hmm.
those who are watching this video. This is one of the suggestion,
Hmm.
free advice from my end, what we can say, right?
Yeah.
Secondly, your appearance is good, what we can say, and try to be have keep small smile on your face, like, so it will give some positive approach for this, right?
Yes.
And what I can suggest to you is like, try to learn Java as much as you can. Try
Yes.
to learn automation, right? So because the diamond ambiguity problem and all, it is one of the question, what we can say. It is properly asking in what we can say in interview, right? Proper answer will be updated in the description as well. That's not in case. So that's it from my end. Any questions? Any more questions to you? Like for me, Pradeep. So this is one small feedback from my end. So,
Yes, sir. I'm
yeah.
learning Java and automation, so
Okay. Okay.
I will.
So
It will be honor for me to connect
right.
with you again for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
Uh,
What is your? Yeah. Yeah. You are saying something. Please carry on.
it will be my honor to connect with you again
Yeah. Okay.
with
It's fine.
you on Java
So
and testing.
okay, okay, perfect. So any views on like about this session? Did you find this helpful for you, or what you can say? What any like any message you can give us to whole testing community, like from towards from your end, like if
Yeah.
you okay,
I found this session is very interactive and it was a very learning experience for me because
okay,
I was a part of the layoff in the September and since then I'm looking
okay,
for
okay, okay,
opportunity and nowadays market
okay,
is very it's not in a good shape and QAs are not getting any call and nothing is
okay,
I have given a 2 or 3 interview and I would say this is my the first interview that somebody gave me a feedback. I'm feeling very much
okay,
good
okay,
about it, so that the things I can make an improvement in my
yes, yes,
presentation all the things, and I will
okay,
request all the QA out there to reach out to sir and get your interview and evaluate your skills and get very good feedback and improve yourself, and one day we can get.
okay, okay, okay. It is perfectly fine. So no issues. Market will be up. Means market is almost up, but the calls is available for more than 3 plus or 4 plus years of candidate. But within this 1 to 2 months, the what we can say, there will be the more calls for the 1 plus years of experience. And in this bracket slab, there is n number of different QAs is also there. We are here to help you out. So no issues for that. One last suggestion for all of the community members or the subscribers, what we can say is like keep learning, keep growing, and so that's it. So sign up from the this interview. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.